Major League Rugby returns to San Diego. The Legion look to keep pace in the race for a spot in the playoffs. Last weekend, the Legion rained on Seattle's parade, the only team to do so on the defending champions' home turf this season so far. Tonight's game is labelled as a must-win for the men in red. The Austin Elite have had a bumpy start to the season, but in their last two games, they have pushed league front-runners NOLA and New York to the final whistle. It's round 11 of the Major League Rugby season, with the Austin Elite taking on San Diego Legion, coming up next on CBS Sports Network in prime time. Round 11 of the Major League Rugby season is wrapped up right here at Torero Stadium. It's San Diego Legion versus Austin Elite. We've had 3 games already this round. On Friday night, the Seawolves bounced back after their home defeat against San Diego to put nearly 50 points on the Warriors in Utah. Speaking of high scoring, the crowd at Infinity Park in Glendale got more than their money's worth as the Raptors moved to second on the table, fighting off a spirited Sabercats outfit with a whopping 52-44 victory. And earlier today, in true NOLA Gold fashion, they snatched victory at the death from the Arrows in Toronto, 35-31. And as a result of that game, New Orleans have leapt ahead, 5 points clear now on top of the table with 38. Glendale in hot pursuit. And if San Diego can get a maximum 5 points tonight, that brings them within 1 point of the top 4 and in touch with this race for the playoffs. Good evening, rugby fans, and a very warm welcome from Torero Stadium here in beautiful San Diego, California, where the home team, the Legion, take on the Austin Elite in round 11 of this Major League Rugby season. I'm Mark Stabina, joined by USA Rugby legend and just a really nice guy, Brian Visit. Now, Brian, the Elite, they are underdogs tonight and they're up against some big opposition. They're yet to have that first elusive win of this season. How do you see their chances tonight?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Despite the 0-9 record, the spirits are high in this Austin Elite camp. They nearly knocked off NOLA Gold 2 weeks ago. They played tough against New York last week. They're hoping this is the week they finally get in that win column. And for the Legion, you know, they know the results from this weekend. They know they have to win to stay in that playoff picture.
And we're very fortunate to be joined in commentary tonight by the current US Women's Eagles captain, Kate Zachary. And Kate caught up with a couple of key players of tonight's match earlier on.
Hey, standing here pitch side with center for the San Diego Legion team, JP Duplessis. JP, looking ahead to tonight's game, currently you guys have one of the best defense in the league, looking at only about 19 points per game. What do you attribute that to as a team?
Yeah, you know, I think you know, a team can really pride themselves on defense. That's where it starts. And, you know, guys have showed a lot of character, a lot of guts, and it really comes through in your defense. So, and definitely going towards the second half of the season, that's really going to be something that that's going to, you know, kind of sway the standings and stuff, purely because, you know, everyone is so tight on point stands and all that. So, yeah, hopefully we can, you know, up the attack as well and, you know, kind of match it with the defense.
Captain Ben Mitchell of the Austin Elite. Ben, tonight, you know, we're looking ahead to San Diego, and you've coming off 2 tough losses to top of the table, NOLA and Rooney. What are some focus points that could lead you to victory tonight?
Yeah, one area we've definitely focused on during the week has been our decision making with a ball in hand. You know, just executing our moves at the right time and, you know, making our 3-on-2s and making our 2-on-1s and executing and getting in for some scores.
So, can Austin pick up their first win of the season, or will San Diego get the win they need to keep in the race for the playoffs? Week 11 of the Major League Rugby season is wrapped up after the break. The Legion versus the Elite coming right up.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
We are in picturesque San Diego for the final game of round 11 in the Major League Rugby season. It's the San Diego Legion taking on the Austin Elite. Have a look at the San Diego forwards. Their entire lineup. The Legion are without Kenny Nasangegi after his red card earned him a suspension. Jasa Veramalua's forward experiment continues in the second row, with Sam Wuching moving to his more traditional blindside position.
And there's only one change in the Legion backline as Save Naka Tutuvasu comes in for Connor Kearns on the wing. Coach Rob Hoadley of the San Diego Legion team.
And the Elite have made only one change to the pack since their loss in San Antonio, as Carl Bradenbach comes back in on the blindside flank, with Rick Aswat moving to the bench. Expect to see big captain Ben Mitchell everywhere again today as Austin look for their first win.
And expect a big game from scrum half Marcelo Torrealba, who gets the start tonight. The other change in the back line is Canadian international Doug Fraser, who comes in at outside center.
And here are the reserves bench, the super subs, the finishers for both teams. Keep an eye out for Cici Mahoney coming on for San Diego at 6'8" and 295 pounds, while the return of Zinzan Patik should add some firepower to Austin. And the man in the middle for ce soir is Paul-Henri Coubier, the flying Frenchman.
Captain.
We are moments away from kickoff here at Torero Stadium. Welcome viewers, if you're just joining us, I'm Mark Stabina, joined by Brian Visit in the commentary booth and Kate Zachary on the sideline. This will be a thriller, and we're underway. It's the final game of round 11 here in this Major League Rugby season of 2019. San Diego desperately needing a win here to stay in the race for the playoffs. As Augsburger now puts up his first touch, which is a box kick. Contested, nearly brought down, and it's play on. Tutu Vasal nearly pulling that one in. Coming in at right wing tonight for the Legion. Austin, once again, yet to post a victory this season. They showed plenty of promise. As Torrealba dances around before finding Larson. Torrealba now to Silva. Find his mark. That was Mitchell that went without it. It's going backwards. So Silva proceeds out to Fraser. Now using the full width. Austin Elite looking to get a flying start on this home team, the Legion. Big victory for them last week against the defending champions, Seattle. As Larson, the vice captain, is met with a crunching two-man tackle. Going back the other way now, Silva, dummies, comes back in, finds some support. He's not going anywhere. The Elite just slowing things down. They've lost about 20 yards after that kickoff. Nearly advancing up to the halfway. Now, Torrealba has no option but to put it up, and it comes down in the hands of Villaseca. Great play, Austin. Over the halfway now with some space. Tries to drop it back inside. Might have been forward, but referee Coubier playing advantage. Torrealba taking it in. Same way for the Elite. And that comes down, finding the feet of Peterson. Penalty to Austin, Brian.
Yeah, offside was a call. San Diego Legion, good defense, and that was a heads-up play by Torrealba. We talked about Marcelo. They were expecting a big game from him. He spotted there was nobody behind that initial line of defense for the Legion. Just a beautiful weighted little kick over the top that was handled nicely by Villaseca, and it really got this Austin Elite team out of their own end into the attacking area, and they earned that penalty, and now they're going to try to put the first points on the board. But I thought they got away with one early on here. It looked like there was a man in touch when he played it on that opening kickoff, and then there's a little bit of a knock-on, I think, too, that referee Jean-Paul missed. But it's going to give the Elite the first opportunity to put points on the board.
Villaseca will be the one to see if he can add 3 points, the first points of the game. So here's Austin Elite team. Villaseca, 27 years of age, the left footer from Montevideo, Uruguay. It's for the Old Boys Club in Uruguay. Played in the Rugby World Cup of 2015 as he steps up. Nice strike, it's on line, does it have the distance? And it does indeed. The flags go up for the first blood is drawn by the visitors, the Austin Elite. It's 3-0 here at Torero Stadium.
Great start by Austin. They controlled possession. That's exactly what they were trying to do at pregame. You heard the captain, Big Ben Mitchell. Also, when I talked to Pedre Vandenberg, one of the assistant coaches, he said that's one thing they've had trouble with is just retaining possession and controlling play, and that's exactly how they started out, so good job by them.
Peterson sends it sky high, and it comes back on the side of San Diego. Augsburger cleans up, and Teo injects himself for his first touch of the game. Dangerous runner from the back, especially in counterattack. You want a good kick chase against Mikey Teo for the Legion. Augsburger sending it into the hooker, Muir. Originally from South Africa. Peterson has it out to Short. The youngster, only 20 years of age. Promising future. Peterson takes it on, nearly beats the defense. Gaining some valuable yards. San Diego looking good early on in this match. Nearly 5 minutes gone. Already seen plenty of promise and intention from both teams. Malua taking it forward. Paddy Ryan gives a lovely pass off to Manihera, but he can't get it away to a set of hands in a red jersey, so it will come back. That's a knock-on.
Manihera was expecting that Paddy Ryan was going to be right on his hip. He had that little short pass, but it went forward actually, went right to the Austin Elite. It's going to be our first scrum here. And both teams would like to have their set pieces. One of the keys for San Diego, they mentioned at the beginning of the game, they want to get their passes or their set pieces down. There's Manihera, just when he was going to get that ball away to Ryan, the ball slipped out of his hands. There was the knock-on, and now we see our first scrum of the game. As I was mentioning, San Diego really wants to use the set piece as a way of attacking. They want to get good platform ball, get stable possession, so they can get out of this dangerous back line.
Crouch! Bind!
First scrum of the game, just inside the 22-meter line of Austin. Torero looking for some clearance from the ref.
Yeah, Legion got to be careful. Early push. The Houston SaberCats last night against the Glendale Raptors, they used their scrum as the perfect weapon. They jumped out to that 32-0 lead based solely on their scrum. Both these teams looking to get the upper hand here right now.
So the Elite, after their match against Rooney in San Antonio, will be sick of scrums. Felt like there were about 1,000 of them. We'll be looking just to get the ball in and out and on with it.
See Austin, the most penalized team from scrum time.
Ball spits out the back. Torrealba cleans up. Out to McMullen. He's got plenty to do. He's lost it. McMullen. It's a quick turnover. The Legion, will they score the first try? They will. Just as easy as that. Savanaka, Tutuvasau in for the corner. And the Legion are in front, 5 points to 3.
Just an easy mishandle by Austin. And was that initial shunt by San Diego, I think that got them back on the back foot. But quick hands and the turnover, once it got by, it got quickly out to the danger man on the wing, Tuta Savao, and he finished it off. Watch the quick hands here. Well, you're going to miss it, the earlier pass to Manihera. I think that was Nate Augsburger that might have put that pass away. But there's the try finisher right there. He just came in. Savanaka Tuta Savao, and the Legion just like that takes the lead.
Wow, Tutuvasau, he actually did well. If you saw that replay there, could have messed that up. A little bit of miscommunication. The ball came, he wasn't expecting it in that spot, but he managed to handle it well. And then just propping off the left foot and into the corner.
This guy has been unbelievable. 97% on his kicking, 29 for 30 at shots on goal has Joe Peterson been.
He certainly knows how to score points. The captain, 34 years of age, out of Cape Town, South Africa, puts that one up. And it's flirting with the right upright, and it looks like it's missed. It actually looked good from here, but it's his second miss of the league. He is human.
Yep, those are very, very rare. Well, let's take a look at this try again. There's the ball ripping free. Look at the quick hands. Was that Big Lou? I'm not sure if it was Lou Stanfield or not, but anyway, really got this San Diego Legion team into that try. Beautiful play by the Legion.
It's an unhappy first touch for Aidan McMullen from the elite. He'll be looking to redeem himself. Very handy player. And that same player was the first to make that tackle, so already keen to make up for his early error that's resulted in 5 points to the Legion. The crowd here is swelling in the stands at Torero Stadium, chanting for their team. Augsburger puts it high. Looks contestable as well. Both players going up, it's coming down. He's taken over the line, so McMullen. Quick play by the Legion. Plenty of numbers out to the left. Here comes Peterson. Whistle's blowing though. Referee Corbier wants to bring it back to the original mark for the line out.
Well, we saw Tutu Saval score that try. What a great defensive play it was right there. Good heads-up play, and that's a nice little lesson for you guys just learning. If the touch line is right there, drag that offensive player to touch. He's got the ball, you're going to get the line out. Great play by Tutu Saval. There's the quick line out. I think the referee said it was already formed. But it is still going to be a San Diego Legion throw. Again, another error. They really want to shore up tonight.
San Diego just showing how dangerous they are with quick play, quick turnovers. Augsburger's flung to the ground. He had an arm wrapped around his head there. Referee didn't see it. So the Legion now forced to come out of their 40-meter zone. Augsburger coming in. Expect to see another box kick from him. He's got plenty of protection. And up it goes. McMullen under it. He's been peppered now. He does well this time. Nearly evade. He does evade. In fact, gets the ball away to Jaldat, the danger man from deep. He can change a game. Soyal Jaldat. There's Silva putting it out, but straight down to the trusty hands of Teo. Who then finds Peterson, sending it back. Awkward bounce for McMullen. Throws an awkward pass to Silva. Can't get it on the first attempt. He's forced to send it long, so a little kicking duel between these two teams. Matyas, no interest in kicking it back as he makes his way up to the 40. Dropping it back inside. Great play, the Legion on fire. The crowd love it. Flat pass in to Pifoletti. Looking for quick ball now, the Legion. Augsburger to Peterson. His pass now to Duplessis. With a little kick. Can't be brought in again by the elite. Is that play on? It looks like it might be. Second try of the match for this man in less than 12 minutes. It's Savanaka Tutuvasau. What a great first opening period for him as the fireworks go off here at Torero Stadium.
Great play in the loose again by the San Diego Legion. It was Monihera that came out. There's Ryan Matyas with a big run. Watch a little cutback back inside. Good heads-up play, keeping that ball in the field of play are the Legion. Nice run by Witching. He's been a star since he's gone to the flank. There's Pipoletti, gets it close, and watch Monihera. He gets there quickly. Devin Short with a little stab. This kick is legal. Goes right up in the air to Tutu Saval, who scores his second in quick succession to increase the lead. Wait, they're going to bring it back. Oh, they did see a knock on, I think, from the referee. It looks like he got a little help from the side.
Oh dear, got me all excited for
Me
nothing.
too.
Well, it'll be Austin breathing a sigh of relief after that. Poor old McMullen.
Yeah, they're really hammering him with a kick. But it's still going to be a San Diego Legion put in. And I'm trying to figure this out. Should have been an advantage then, I think, if they're going to get the put in.
Maybe he deemed the knock on by McMullen, trying to handle that kick along the ground as the first knock on. Maybe saw a second knock on by San Diego.
That would have to be it, Mark. You're right.
So now the Legion with the feed. Augsburger charging forward. Turns slightly infield. Not screwed. It's a penalty to the Legion. Big scrum by them.
Yeah, again, we talked about that being one of the keys for this San Diego Legion team. And they really took it to it. Could be a long day for the elite if they don't sort things out. It was a long night last night for Glendale when they couldn't correct their scrum issues.
This is where we'll get our answer, Brian.
Duplessis kicking through. don't know, I still don't see it.
Oh, I didn't see a knock on.
But let's see, the Legion still threatening here, Mark. Line out just 5 meters out.
5 points to 3. Nearly 14 minutes gone here in Torero Stadium. The Legion looking ominous. They're a powerhouse with the driving ball. They are brought to ground. Looks like it's turned over. Yes, it is. Abdelmanem bringing it out. He's been a revelation for the Elite this season, coming in halfway through. Torero puts it up, will be easily taken by the try scorer. Tudivasau has a crack himself, nearly up to the 22 of the Elite. Augsburger pleading for quick ball. Gets it now to Paddy Ryan. He's equally as good with ball in hand as he is in the scrum. Same way for the Legion. Teo injecting himself. Gets the ball away. Duplessis fights, spins. Finally dragged down by 3 players. Quick ball. Devastating attack here by the Legion. Just inside the 22 again of the Elite. A no-look pass from Manihera to Wuching. Looks like it's wrapped up on the ground there. Good work. They pestered themselves, the Elite, but they've done it illegally.
I talked to you 3 times.
Not releasing the player. And that is right in front of the post, Brian Visit.
Oh.
Paddy Ryan goes quick. Look out. They don't want to settle for 3. They want 5 or 7, and they're nearly going to get it in this next couple of phases. Ball can't quite go to hand. That was a try for all money.
Well, it was a sure 3 points, was right in front of the goalpost. Paddy Ryan thought he saw a little bit of seam, and they nearly scored. Good quick hands on the outside, but Ryan Mattias just not expecting that real quick pass. Goes right off his hands into touch. So once again, the Elite dodge another bullet.
Well, it's clear already after 15 minutes of the match, the pace of the game that this Legion team want to play. It's got the Austin defense in 6s and 7s. That ball comes down on the Austin side. Plenty of work to do. Red jerseys pouring through. They're ranked #1 in defense in this league. At this stage of the season, the Legion. And straight down to Mattias. He's just going to waltz in for a try. Nobody home. Do not let that man alone, because that is what he'll do to you. Ryan Mattias, 2nd try of the match to the Legion.
Great take by Ryan Mattias. Caught that ball on the full, and there was no Elite in sight, and he just went right down that line. And he's got plenty of wheels, does Ryan Mattias. Had a great career at University of Arizona under Dave Sitton. Watch this though. There was nobody there. Nobody taking that outside channel wide open. Kind of a weak attempt there by Torero, but to try to dislodge that ball, but Mattias grounds that ball for the 2nd Legion try. Again, great finish. He knows how to finish. Veteran of UF7's teams for many years.
It's hard to believe it's only his first try of this Major League season.
Yeah, well, he's been hurt. He was hurt for a long time. 2 or 3 games. He thought he was going to make a comeback a couple of weeks ago, and that got delayed a bit, but it's great to see him back out on the field.
Peterson to add the extras. He missed his first attempt tonight. He'll have rectified the problem, and he has.
Yeah, he was a foot off when he missed the first one. But that's a good start. The whole 17 minutes almost has been played in just about all the territory here on the Elite side. They got that early penalty kick, but since then it's been all Legion. For Ben Mitchell here to be the target on this restart for the Elite. He's been all over the place.
See Mattias there. I bet his eyes just lit up when he looked up to see the ball and see no one in front. Might have been knocked on first. It was. Duplessis might bring that one in cleanly. So the Elite with a chance.
Coach Rob Hoadley. Great guy's done a really good job with this San Diego Legion team. And you know, I talked to him about the MLR. He was there since the beginning. He said it's just fantastic. Every game, week in and week out, is just
unbelievable contest. You see what happened earlier today and earlier this weekend. I mean, any team in this league can beat any other team, and it's just really fun, entertaining rugby. And I think everybody that has gone out to MLR games have really enjoyed themselves.
And it's so valuable too for those Eagles players that are sprinkled throughout this league. There's a few out there tonight just to get that consistent high-level competition week in, week out to prepare them for international rugby, Brian.
Oh, look at that scrum by the Legion again. They just make mincemeat of the elite pack. Went up in the air, it's going to be a full-arm penalty, so that just adds insult to injury. The elite have to sort that out. See big Lou Stanfield in that second row, 56 caps for the Eagles. He knows all about scrummaging. And you got Paddy Ryan as well, over 100 caps for the Warthas and Super Rugby, 3 for Australia. He knows about scrumming as well. Well, you mentioned the U.S. players. I mean, there's Uruguayans, there's Argentinians, there's Canadians, there's guys on all those national teams that are sprinkled throughout this MLR getting valuable experience.
That just raises the level of competition here as well. International standard at this competition. And we have a water break now to end the first quarter. Don't go too far, folks. In 60 seconds, we'll be back with the action. And we're back for the commencement of the second quarter. The players are hydrated. I'm going to go to Kate Zachary with Rob Hoadley.
So, Rob, struck first half, what didn't go your way, but a couple of tries, put you back on top. Now it's a big game for you.
Apologies, viewers. We seem to have some technical difficulties with Kate's mic. Poor old Rob got dragged out of his coach's box there. Hopefully we can pick up that interview in a few moments, but we'll get back to the action now. As the Legion are successful with that line out, another box kick going up from Augsburger. Bubbles around, aerial ping pong, but it was a knock on by the elite.
Yeah, I think both teams had knocks there. I think Nate Augsburger wanted a little bit more lane or distance on that kick, had the right height. But again, that was a precision lineup for Dion Muir. Beautiful throw to Lou Stanfield at the back of that lineout. And there's the big man down on the ground. And talk about Ben Mitchell. This guy has been unbelievable. Leads the league 719 minutes. Third in the league with 87 carries. Second in the league with 131 tackles. Second in the league with 31 lineout wins. And you know what's most impressive about all that? He's only committed 6 penalties, and all that action, all the action he gets involved with, I think that's the most impressive stat for Big Ben.
I've been really impressed with this man, Ben Mitchell. I say it every time I call an Austin game. And for mine, I wouldn't be surprised if it's that man right there that has kept Austin in most of the games. They've had a lot of close losses, lost every game, but nearly won a couple of games at the death, and he is at the forefront of the action every single time. He used to play in the back line as a youngster. You can see that with his skills. He had a growth spurt somewhere there, Brian, and
yes, he did.
A monumental player. No surprise he wears the captain's armband for the elite. Doesn't arrest either. Peterson. And to Audsley, pulled in by Teo. How'd he do that? He had to reach behind to bring that one in. Well over the gain line now. They play quickly, and Peterson dummies and goes through. Nearly gets through himself and gets it away. The elite have thwarted those efforts. There's Mitchell to clean things up. Another tough task for Austin with this ranked #1 defense in the league, doing their best to prevent them coming out of the red zone. Silva deep in the try zone, has to do something with that ball. It goes straight up in the air. This is dangerous. Here comes the try scorer, takes it nicely. He's had a blinder already tonight. Tutu Vassal, causing all sorts of problems down this right wing. Now the ball with some width. Peterson spots a gap, gives a little pass to Audsley, beats one. Finally wrestled to the ground by Larson. Fraser comes in to help as well. Looks like there's some space. Teo, dummies, he's through! Teo, try time! The Legion! Brilliant work by Mikey Teo. And they are playing so quickly. The Austin defense struggling to get themselves set. And Teo pounces.
Yeah, enterprising rugby once again by this Legion team. They've come to run tonight. It's a beautiful day for running rugby. The pitch is fantastic. And the Legion are taking full advantage of all the possession they've been winning here tonight. Joe Peterson is just running the show expertly from that backline position. There's Joe again, just finding the moments. There's Audsley, he does well. They try to keep him up in the tackle, they can't do it. Big Lou again helping out to get that ball down to the pitch, and then they create that 2-on-1 so quickly. Nate Augsburg with that missed pass, and Mikey Teo. How many times have we seen that for the Eagles, for Belmont Shore, and now for the Legion? He's been superb. And again, he's recovering from that long injury from last year, and it's great to see him getting his form back.
It's a collarbone, 2 more weeks.
Well, that was very subtle there, Brian, but just the addition of Paddy Ryan coming in as a decoy runner, sucked in at least 2 defenders. Open up the space for Teo to just waltz on through. As Peterson from way out wide. And he's missed another one. Wow. So he's missed more kicks tonight than he has in the entire season. But it doesn't matter because the Legion are scoring enough tries at the moment. We're into the second quarter of the match, 22.5 minutes gone. There's Mikey Teo, the try scorer.
Yeah, this has to be kind of deja vu with the Austin Elite team. When the two teams met earlier in this year, the Legion put up their most points, 45. They scored 6 tries in that contest, 4 in the first half. So it's getting to be that same way here early in this first half.
Easy take for JP Duplessis. Come through. Wrestling there, making some hard foot yards. Wilksberger, another box kick. That's a better one. Got some distance and height. And Jaudat, how did he take that? Brilliant play from the Austin fullback. So now they bring it toward midfield. Breitenbach, 25-year-old from South Africa. Played some games with the Austin Huns at club level. Now, the Elite. Pass out to Larson. He'll become the captain tonight should something happen to Big Ben Mitchell. And through the backs. Just nowhere to go at the moment for this Elite team. Ball too slow for Austin. Stark contrast to the attacking pace of this Legion team. This is what they can do. They just swarm all over, keeping it up in the mauling. Finally brought to ground. It was a maul if it can come out, and it has. Fortuitous play, but it's been ripped by Mathias. And Abdelmanin gets straight over as well. Tries to poach. It'll come back for the original knock on.
Great steal by Ryan Mathias right out of the hands of the Elite. Try scorer again does defensive work, and there's Big Lou Stanfield again. He does a lot of the hard work for the San Diego Legion team.
Okay.
We've seen him on just about every breakdown, wreaking havoc, allowing the San Diego Legion ball team to retain possession. And here's the great take again by the fullback, Solyel Joda. I don't know how he took that away from 2 Legion players in pursuit. It was a perfectly weighted kick by Nate Augsburger. Joda just so well taking that down. It's going to be a Legion scrum. They've dominated this area. The last scrum, though, the Elite didn't do too bad, held their own. San Diego just looking for possession here. Good solid platform ball. Let that maestro Joe Peterson go to work.
As you mentioned, the fullback, Soyel Jordan. Only 22 years of age, Brian. Plenty of rugby left in him. Player of the future indeed, from Clermont-Ferrand in France. Played for Clermont-Auvergne, some professional experience. He's now at the Legion. That looked forward. We're right in line with that. And it will come back for a forward pass.
I think the referee got a little help from the AR here, but that was a good call by the refereeing team. Peterson's pass just slightly forward. We do have one replacement already. Zinzan Elan Puddock has come in. Looks like for Aiden McMullen on this left-hand wing.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't hide the player.
There was just a little slight forward pass. Joe Peterson, a veteran. He's been class all season long in leadership for this San Diego Legion team. Now let's see if the elite can do something here. Split scrum or split back line off the scrum midfield. Great attacking position if they can get the ball back. You can bet this Legion team is going to fire out on the shunt.
So the elite, it was an early shove by the Legion, so away they go. The elite, this is what they need to do. Just pick up the pace of their game. Try and catch this rock-solid defense off guard. Larson being very busy, plenty of carries. Another penalty, slow it down.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to go for a line out here. I mean, 3 points is on offer, but they're going to, I think with the way this Legion team is running the ball tonight, they need to score some tries here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go for that line out down deep. You know, a silly penalty on San Diego that last time. They don't need to do that on the scrums. They've been dominating it. Just wait for that put in, then see if they can steal that ball or at least give elite bad ball. And now the elite, great attacking position inside that 22-meter line, trying to get something. This is their deepest penetration into the Legion half of the field.
Just joining us, welcome. 27 minutes left in this final game of round 11 of the Major League season. I'm Mark Stabina, joined by Brian Vizard in the booth. Kate Zachary down pitch side as Abdelmanum brings it away from the back of the line out. Better play for the elite. Got some space. Mitchell nearly gets through. Fanning out are the elite, as are the Legion in defense. So quick to get into position. That's why they're number one in the league for defense. Mitchell leaves without it, goes behind. What a play, Lerone White. He might be over, and he is. The elite, just like that, have hit back. 17 points to 8 with a kick to come. This is what they can do, Brian.
Excellent play again, Lerone White, the big man, loose head prop. Just rambled onto that pass. I'm not sure if it was even meant for him. Here's the little pop pass coming up. Watch Lerone White trailing this play. That was a good play right here. Just keeping that ball alive. Now here it is coming up back towards the center of the field. Yeah, just I think it was just the scrum half that made the decision. He saw Mitchell's covered, just popped it up to Lerone White behind him. The trailer dots down, so good reply by the Austin Elite.
And Villaseca has no problem adding the extras. 17 points to 10. San Diego lead here at Torero Stadium, but what a great try for Lerone White. He still had plenty of work to do, but good feedback for that Austin team with that little decoy runner coming through. It was Mitchell, created a lot of attention. They might look to replicate that more in this game, Brian.
Yeah, and you know what? They haven't had a whole lot of possession, but what Austin has done is they've capitalized on the little possession they've had. And once again, see Lerone White right there as we go back to play, but good take on the restart again for the Austin Elite.
So expect to see more of those kinds of play, even if that wasn't rehearsed. As Mitchell wrestled to the ground, driven backwards. That's a dominant tackle. Legion, slow ball again for Austin. No problems at all for this Legion defense, but it is a penalty, so not releasing, so just discipline lacking a little bit now for San Diego. They've taken their foot off the pedal.
Yeah, and these are two of the most penalized teams in the league. Austin with over 100 penalties coming into this game. San Diego third in the league with 82 penalties. And against San Diego, they just have to have discipline. The last two games have really hurt this Legion team. They've had a couple of 3 yellow cards and a red card. Against Glendale 2 weeks ago when they had a yellow card, Glendale scored 2 tries to change the whole complexion of the game. And then last week against the MLR champs, a red card, 2 yellow cards. Unbelievable, but they're able to hang on for that victory. So it shows the type of, there you see the Austin Elite coaching staff, Elaine Hayader.
Another Frenchman.
Oh, that wasn't 5.
That should be driven over the line anyway, so either way, it will be a San Diego.
Yeah, I think Lou Stanfield said, hey, you sure that was 5? It looked about 3 meters, but it is, you're right. It's going to be a San Diego throw. Again, if you're new to the game, you see those hash marks 5 meters out, the ball has to carry at least that far. So far the lineouts have worked just as the Legion have practiced them.
Muir with the throw. He's played some Super Rugby with the Stormers, South Africa, back in 2018. That's a high tackle. Berger coat hangered, and he goes quickly, unfazed at all by that high shot.
Almost another one.
Charges forward, and his opposite man does his best to get him to ground. The ball might have been dislodged. It's a penalty. Coming through the side entry, and look at the Legion, looking to play quickly.
Not that 10. Not that 10, number 8.
They want to just drive this nail into the coffin of the Elite, and another perfect offload there. That was Veramalua. Nearly unstopped by the Legion, but they'll be stopped that way. An unforced error. Referee playing advantage, so it will come back. But again, Brian Visit, the pace that the Legion play this game.
Yeah, they had it set in their minds. They're going to run everything and quickly, and that's exactly what they've done. Patty Ryan took a couple of quick taps. Nate Augsburger is a maestro at it.
On a big gap like this, I want you to take care of your player and they stay on the low, okay? Yeah. Because it's a big infringement. Next time that will be a yellow card.
Referee Coubier having a chat to the captain of the Elite team, Ben Mitchell.
And I believe he's bringing that penalty back because of that knock-on for San Diego. So Joe Peterson looks like he's going to try to kick this ball into touch. And the San Diego lineout has working beautifully in this first half so far. We've still got 8 minutes left in this half, 17-10. Most of the possession has been enjoyed by the Legion, but the little scraps that Austin have had, they've scored 1 try. There you see that penalty count. We talked about 101 coming into this game for Austin, 82 for San Diego.
So the Legion now prime attacking position. Soars high, brings it down, driving ball ensues. It's a strong part of San Diego's game. They're definitely a mauling team, very successful with the rolling maul. As you see now, it finally comes to ground.
He's got to let that ball go. That's over the top. Should be another full-arm penalty, I think.
Let's play on. Augsburger attacks the line. In comes Tuda Vassal off his right wing. Paddy Ryan chopped around the legs, gets over the 5-meter line. So the Legion now devastating from this far out, especially at the pace that they play. Peterson wants it, takes it to the line, dummies, spins, finally brought down. The Elite holding firm, but how much longer can they hold as Augsburger has a go himself? He's over, he's too quick, he's too good, and that's too much pressure from the Legion as they score again against the Elite, 22 points to 10 with a conversion to come.
Nate Augsburger, we've seen that done quite a few times for the United States team and now for the Legion. And again, he just likes to mix it up. He doesn't mind if these guys are twice his size. He loves to just mix it up. Good attack again by the San Diego Legion team. Joe Peterson gets it close. And Augsburger just going to see that little gap, actually creates the gap for himself. Just spin move right here, cuts back inside, then still has a lot of work to do. Able to ground it for the Legion's third try, one more, they got that bonus point.
Augsburger, 29 years of age.
Actually, they got the bonus point. That was their fourth try.
That's right, John Peterson a little off with the boot, but not on this occasion, as he adds the all-important extras. Takes them 2 converted tries ahead, 24 points to 10. Coming up to 5 minutes left in this first half.
Good work again by the San Diego Legion team. Full team tries. All these tries have been team-involved tries, probing both sides of the pitch. There's Devin Short. He picks up some hard yards. And Augsburger quickly there. Joe Peterson again. Been enjoying his season so far for this Legion team.
The restart by Rodrigo Silva goes long. Jaldat gives chase. Does his bit to put down Duplessis. Just inside the 22, it'll go back to Peterson. Lovely strike. Goes out, but they'll play quickly. That's the replacement. Patek sends it to Jaldat. Larson. Now to Silva, gets away, finds some space. Over the halfway line now, the elite. Spent much time down here. It's a turnover again. Matias with the ball straight to ground. Oh, just can't pull that one in. So now the hurried kick toward the sideline. We'll come back for a scrum.
Oh, what a great steal by Lou Stanfield, goes to waste for the Legion. I think it was Dion Muir that mishandled that ball, but they had numbers out wide to the Legion. Would have been trouble for the elite.
I'm sure head coach Rob Hoadley will be chatting about that at halftime in the changing rooms with San Diego. They've created opportunities, especially from the turnover, Brian, and on a few occasions now, there's some little errors, not exploiting those chances. They've let Austin off the hook a number of times. We see the score only at 24 points to 10 right now. But don't write off the elite.
Well, Mark, I still don't see the Legion strategy changing at all. I think they're going to work this defense as hard as they can, the elite, and try to have it pay dividends in the second half when the team's worn down a bit. There's Echeverria getting up a little bit slow. The tight head prop for this Austin elite squad. We haven't really mentioned Abdomen name at all, a couple of times maybe, but he's had 7 steals, leading the MLR in that department. He's been outstanding in loose ball defense for this Austin elite team.
Crouch! He only joined the elite, it was around round 5 or 6. And short arm penalty, so they go quickly, the elite, but not from the mark.
That's a better scrum. That's a better scrum by Austin. Something to build on. Did not go through that mark. You're right. They're going to come back, take that short arm penalty once again.
Larson taps, takes it forward. Doesn't bounce off Wuching. Flat pass. So driving forward now, the elite. Looked like it might have been turned over. Silva comes down the short side. Oh, big head from Wuching coming across. He knows how to tackle, and the counter ruck coming in. And now it's finally knocked on. Oh, the pressure from Sam Wuching. That was all his doing. As you see, his team will congratulate the number 6.
Yeah, they knew it was Sam Wuching that came in like our torpedo that disrupted that whole Austin elite movement. Forced that knock on, that panic play. And now the Legion, just about a minute and a half left in this first half, trying to get one more set piece ball. They already gained that bonus point for 4 tries here in the first half. You know, I thought it was only 3 tries because Joe always converts, and he's missed a couple. That's why we only have a count of 24.
The score looked just way too small
what's going on?
To be 4 tries, but they've already got that bonus point. For new viewers to rugby in this competition and most in the world, Scoring 4 tries or more earns you an extra bonus point on top of the 4 should you win the game. They'll get a bonus point no matter what, win or lose, for scoring 4 tries. As that scrum drives forward, and Augsburger, he's left alone, little kick over the top, no one home. Oh, and the ball goes straight out in the full. Tough break for the little scrum half.
Well, he's going to bring it back, playing the advantage. Maybe breaking off. Yep, breaking off of the scrum. But another good shove. And for you watching, you saw that initial shunt by the San Diego Legion in that scrum. It doesn't look like much, just a few inches, but that gets your team going forward. And Nate Ogberg, again, just so quick around that fringe. Unfortunately, his kick goes straight into touch, so it came back. The referee saw no advantage. Now they're going to do another line out, 22 meters out. This has been spot on, 100% for San Diego in this first half. Watch this hit. There's the big blast by Wuching. He's the one that disrupts this whole thing, and then he cleverly just destroys that ruck, and it leads to that breakdown.
He's like a human missile, isn't he, Wuching? He's played football at the University of Washington. On scholarship, of course, between 2012 and 16, and then ended up choosing rugby as that ball comes out wide. It's knocked down by the elite. It's going to be played on. The referee looks toward the sideline and gives the try, much to the dismay of the elite players.
No, I think it looked good from up here. It looked like an elite player knocked that ball down, and it went right to Ryan Mattias. I think the referee is asking, was there obstruction?
Knocked by red.
Knock on by red.
Oh, there was a knock by the red.
Okay, play.
That's good help by the AR.
No try.
We didn't see it from
Knock
up
on,
here.
Scrum wide.
And that's what you do, Ryan Mattias. You just continue to play. Let's see where we see. There's the knock. That went forward there. Boy, I don't know about that one. That was a good held-up play by Ryan Mattias. There was a knock on there somewhere, apparently. But that's going to be the half.
Wow. Sensational scenes here right on the break. Mattias, we thought it was a try. He thinks it was a try, but it wasn't a try. But the Legion are out in front by 14 points. It's 24 points to 10 to the home team over the visiting team, as the players head into the change room. And don't go anywhere, folks. Plenty more action coming up in the second half as the Legion lead Austin 24 points to 10 from Torero Stadium.
I got some mic now. Excellent.
It's like yes and then no.
Can we do halftime on the hard wire downstairs, please? The red mic is, the RF mic is still taking hit.
Nothing in my ear. Oh, okay. Reese, Tony, you there? Okay, we got no monitor here. Do we need one? Are we commenting on any graphics or anything? So you can hear them, right? You can hear them. You can hear Reese.
I can't hear right now. I heard Reese just a minute ago. Yeah.
Okay, good. So you're getting the same as me. Okay. Thanks. Okay, so what are we
going to do though, Reese? We don't have a monitor. Are we just talking, or what do we got going here? Hang on, we got a monitor.
We do have a monitor.
Yep.
I'm seeing. Just give us the item, give us the segment, Tony or Reese. I'm looking at 501. Tony, you got me?
Can you flip it down? Flip it down.
Okay, so we got. Okay, so we're going over other games in the MLR. We mentioned that before, but just watching the highlights from those, throwing it to a break, and then okay, and then let us know once the break's.
I'll take those clips
because
I'll take the clips.
Okay, and you take us to the break, or should I? Welcome, viewers, back to Torero Stadium. It's 24 points to 10 in favor of the home team, the San Diego Legion, over the Austin Elite. And what a great first half it's been here at Torero Stadium. I'm Mark Stabina, joined by Brian Vizard, rugby legend of the USA. And Brian, what'd you make of that first half?
I love the way the Legions played. I mean, they scored 4 tries in that first half. They looked good in the process. They want to keep the play up. They want to keep the pace of the game going forward. And they scored 4 magnificent tries. It was beautiful work by them.
What do you think Austin Elite need to do to get back into this game?
They need more possession. They haven't had a whole lot of possession at all. We saw they scored 1 try on the little bit of scrap ball they had, and they got to get more ball in their hands.
Well, we mentioned earlier on we had plenty of action already in round 11. And look at Utah Warriors taking on the Seattle Seawolves on Friday night. A high-scoring affair. Plenty of action, Brian.
Yeah, and this was Matt Turner that picked the ball up. Utah was attacking the 75-minute, trying to get the go-ahead or the tying score, but Matt Turner turned that ball over 48-36 in favor of Seattle. And then last night, what a game this was. Glendale versus the Houston SaberCats, and this is at the end. A great pass off by Murphy Terame. He just came into the lineup, and John Ryberg, his 3rd try of the game, that iced it. That was the game winner right there for Glendale. What a beautiful game that was. And then today, another tight affair. Toronto, their first of 8 straight home game. This is the San Diego Legion. That Mikey Teo again finishing it off. It's just great to talk about tries. I get so excited. But Mikey Teo, one of the 4 tries by San Diego in that half.
Wow, plenty of action already over round 11 in the Major League season, and more to come after the break. Don't go anywhere, folks, as kickoff for the second half is coming up. Open up my mic. You got me? Okay, so the question is, are we still on the porch? Are we going back into the booth? Stay where we are. Okay, so I'm picking it up. Give the score again, and then I'm going to... Is Kate going to wrap and take it to the break, or is it coming back to me? Okay, so I'm not on camera.
Oh, sorry. You're done? Right?
I got it. Throwing to Kate. She does the interview. Am I introducing or is she introducing Ashley? Doesn't matter if we both do. It's music. This music's a nightmare. It's good for the crowd. Need it. Pump it up. It's halftime here at Torero Stadium, and we have Kate Zachary on the sideline with the general manager of San Diego, Ashley Oti.
Hi guys, here with general manager Ashley Oti. I'm going to get that wrong all the time. So tonight was a really, really big game for you guys against Austin to try to really narrow the gap with the top four. How's the team feeling after last week? How are we looking forward to the next couple weeks? What's the mental status of the team right now?
Yeah, it's a close race. I mean, as we tip the scale to the second half of the season, 3 through 5 for the standings are all separated by a point. So every game matters. And the boys had a great showing last week in Seattle, coming off a really strong win, big upset at home. And there's a lot of momentum with the Legion right now. Yeah.
Speaking of momentum, the Legion, looking at their social media, they have been out in schools. They're the community blood bank. What other kind of activities has the team been involved in, and kind of how are you guys really reaching out to San Diego community?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, the game on the pitch is one thing, but really being a part of the community in San Diego is important for us. And over the last month, we've been part of the Learn to Read program, hosted by the Dr. Seuss Foundation here in La Jolla. We did a 6-week drive with the San Diego Blood Bank, in which we had hundreds and hundreds of local San Diegans show up. And then even then, as part of our health and wellness today, we had yoga on the pitch before the game actually kicked off. So a lot of good stuff going on.
So again, big few weeks left. What's training look like for the team now that we're reaching that halfway point?
As we say internally, rugby's fun, but the first half of the season was fun for everyone to kind of feel each other out, and now it's serious, right? The boys are focused, and they can see kind of the pathway to success, and and hopefully getting to the top of the table by the end of the regular season, which is coming up in 7 weeks.
Serious is good, and it looks like serious business out there. Thanks, Ashley.
Yeah, thanks.
Good
Kate.
luck.
Good to see you.
Take care. Good job. I think we're good.
The Austin Elite fight their way back. We'll find out after the break as the second half commences shortly.
Birthday in the house. One of our ball boys, Keegan Callahan, is turning 14 today. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Keegan. Now let's get out to t-shirts.
All week long, CBS Sports Network is at Augusta National for a tradition unlike any other as we keep an eye on golf's biggest stars fine-tuning their game before taking the tee on Thursday. Masters on the Range starts tomorrow at noon Eastern, only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Our second half due to start any moment now as the Legion take the field. Comfortable leaders at the moment, 24 points to 10. And the Austin Elite have plenty to do, Brian, to get back into this game.
Yeah, you know as well as I do, a game can change in just a bounce of a ball. 14-point lead is still not enough with the amount of domination that San Diego had in that first half. They're all smiles now, but you can bet they're going to be down to business here once this second half kicks off. You know, the problem with the Elite, they've only scored 10 tries coming into this game, but by far the lowest amongst the teams in the MLR, only averaging one try every game or so. So, you know, they don't have a whole lot of tries under their belt, but as we said, you know, they did score that nice try to get themselves back in this contest. They just need a few more opportunities like that, and it starts at the scrum. We saw a little bit more even work in the scrums by the Elite towards that second half of that first 40. So if they can build on that, you know, make this a contest, and that would be, there's you see the fewest tries awarded or conceded. San Diego 19, very stingy defense. Of course, when they played Toronto, I said the same thing at halftime, and then Toronto scored three second half tries to win that game.
So there you go, Austin.
Yeah, there's hope.
Brian has just given you the kiss of life. Let's see if they can get back into this match. The Elite, they've proven time and time again they have what it takes to get over that try line, albeit not very often. And they'll need something special to breach their way through this San Diego Legion defensive wall as we are underway in this second half. Breitenbach brings it in safely, lays it back over the 22, so this ball must stay in the field of play, and it does. It's box kick from Torero. Both wingers going back. Wu Ching does well, keeps it into play cleverly. Great play by Wu Ching. Teo sizes up his options, sends it high. Plenty of time has Breitenbach to send it into Jaldat. Springs into life, getting his team up well over the 22. Torrealba now pulling on his troops. Need a good chase here. It's not a bad kick. He's gone too far. That's an easy take there for Augsburger. The Elite needed a lot more pressure in that chase. Is now Duplessis coming out. Beautiful tackle around the bootlaces there by the number 6 Breitenbach. He's had a good game for Elite. It's now the Legion charge forward. Little kick, it's straight into the hands of White.
Oh.
Can you imagine if he scored that try?
Looking for a double. As expected, both coaches go into their bench. Chris Shade has come on for Austin, and Nate Sylvia has come on for the Legion. There's a nice little charge down by Larome White. He's like, what? Come on, I had a lot of green in front of me. The referee brought that back, though. Short arm penalty. It must have been a full arm penalty here. Who's going to get the throw here? And we'll find out if that was a short arm or a long arm. If it was a short arm penalty, it'll be an Austin throw in. If it's a long arm penalty, it'll be a San Diego throw in. So I think it was a long arm penalty. You don't see Joe Peterson giving away ball like that. So now another great attacking position here for the Legion.
Not what the Elite want or need this early stage of the second half, as the Legion easily take that down and drive forward. To ground, it looks like it's going to ground over the sideline, so the Elite may have just turned it over here, and they have.
Yeah, and that's considered a turnover. Should have had a better awareness of that touch line, the Legion should have. That's 2 or 3 times they've tried going around that front. And that time, just good Elite defense just guided them right into touch. So they earned the throw on this lineup. They still got a little bit of pressure on. Last time they were in this situation, there was a tap back, and that's the worst thing a scrum half wants to see down deep in his own man. Marcelo Torrealba, I'm sure, said the same thing. Oh, there's the tip backwards.
They've lost their own line out. Peterson can't get control of it. It's kicked ahead. Comes out on the full. Interesting to see what the end result is here.
Well, if that ball was knocked into touch by a San Diego Legion player, then the Elite have the option of a line-out or a scrum. Looks like it's going to be Legion ball, though. I think there was an Austin player that took that ball into touch.
So the Legion now through Dean Muir. Solid in the lineouts tonight. That trademark driving maul. Mentioned before, it's a feature of their game.
It's just a beautiful drive.
Indeed. Now they come out, Duplessis breaks free, he'll go all the way, Duplessis! JP Duplessis, the South African, charges over the line for the first try of this second half.
And Mark, let's credit these San Diego Legion forwards again. Dean Muir has just been having an outstanding game. Dean Muir had been an outstanding game with his throws, and Nate Augsburger took the right moment to take that ball out of the driving ball, and Duplessis just got slingshotted away from the Elite defense for try number 5 for the Legion. They've had a couple of close ones that were brought back, with no chance on that one. 5 tries for the Legion, extending their lead to 29-10, with Peterson's conversion to follow.
Oh, they made it look so easy, Duplessis. It's like he was just swatting flies away.
Here's a good look at the try scorer. Kate talked to him earlier. A lot of confidence in this Legion team, and talked to Rob Hoadley at the beginning of tonight while the team was warming up, and he said it was just an outstanding week of training after that real physical game against Seattle. The guys were hurt, but they really wanted to get back on the pitch tonight.
Peterson. Add the extra 2 points. Lovely strike between the posts. The flags go up.
And even the moon smiling on that one. Here's another look at it. Again, what a perfect throw for the tap down. Here's where it goes into touch. Yeah, that was off the Elite player, and then he kicked it straight into touch. So that was a good call by the assistant referee on that side, and there's the finish by Duplessis. Let's see if the Elite can mount some kind of comeback.
Interesting that that ball wasn't deemed forward from Peterson first when he bobbled around and went to ground. Perhaps they thought it actually was propelled backwards. And now the Austin Elite have their chance with possession and some decent territory going down the short side. If something's going to happen for the Elite, it needs to happen now. 31 points to 10, they trail. 3 converted tries needed just to equalize as Silva get out now to Breitenbach. It's been very busy this evening. Mitchell offloads to Larson. Strong defense coming in from the home team. Flat pass to White, the try scorer. Looking to get more involved and add to his try tally. Nearly did it with a charge down reception before the ball was brought back by referee Corbier. The Elite, you see, just not getting as quick ball at ruck time as their counterparts. Torero keeping the ball in hand, that's what they need to do. Switch play, dropping Fraser back inside. He goes nowhere. Torero finds Echeverria. Strong tackle by his opposite number 3, Paddy Ryan, as it comes out now at Belmonham. And that, yes, no problem at all in defense. And in fact, the Austin player put a foot out. So it'll be a line out to San Diego.
Good defense again by San Diego. Stretching the field out crazily here. The Elite cannot pick up any yardage. I just watched Vermeulen on a few occasions there. I mean, he was springing to his feet, getting back in the tackle. It's great to see the big man, Fijian Olympian from 2016, known more for his backline play. Last week played on the flank, enjoyed himself, has played lock before lots of times in Fiji, so he's familiar with the position, and him and Louis Stanfield having a really good game in the engine room for the Legion.
Brian, you make a very good point before about Frere springing to his feet. That enthusiasm for each of these players to get to their feet and get involved is what makes this San Diego defense so solid. It's the way that they get back into the defensive line that makes it a red wall, and near impossible for any team to upset that wall. It takes effort, commitment, and speed. And San Diego has it. As Peterson sends it sky high into the stratosphere. Jaldat safe under the high ball. Comes down. The Elite find themselves once again deep in their own territory. That ball was ripped free, so another turnover. Just capitulating right now are the visitors, as the Legion love this kind of turnover ball. Duplessis, ball in two hands, finally gets it out to Stanfield. Still going, Stanfield. Augsburger wants quick ball and he gets it. The hands from the number 8 to the number 6. That was Manihera to Wuching for a spectacular score. The Legion are on fire here at Torero Stadium, and they do not look like taking a backward step. 36 points to 10.
And it starts with that defense again by San Diego, creating that turnover. Here's the little knock. They just rip it out of the hand. And that was the try score early on. Tutasevau gets it out quickly here. Nate Augsburger. And again, Lou Stanfield was behind the play here. He gets climbing back in the action quickly, makes a nice little break inside the 22-meter line. And now watch the angles of run here by Manihera. He comes in on a flash, and then Wuching with that angled run dots down to score the try, the 6th try for San Diego. That ties a team mark this season with another 6 tries. Here you see the 2 men who had a hand in their last try. Manihera to Sam Wuching, and Wuching has been an outstanding player on the flank for San Diego, not only in this game, but the last 3 or 4.
It's pure poetry. The last phase of play for the score. And Peterson hitting his straps again.
Mark, before this game gets even more out of hand, if it's going to, you know, I talked to Pedri Vandenberg as we see one more look at Wuching dot down. He said, you know, these elite guys, they're busting their butts at training. You know, they have a lot of fire. They want to get that victory. They're playing for each other. Things just haven't worked out their way.
Yeah.
And again, just the determination for Wuching grounds another try for the Legion.
We mentioned before the effort to get off their feet and into the play in defense. Same can be said about their attack, Brian. It's the way that they get set, especially from turnovers. They were defending and they spring straight into an attacking alignment. So hard for any team to handle. And now the Elite struggling, trying to find some answers. And Wuching, plenty of confidence, nearly picks that one off, knocks it on in the process. So it gives Elite another bite of the cherry. Jaldat, he's tried so hard in this game, but he will be no match for that 2-man tackle by those 2 big men.
Yeah, Capelli Filetti just came on the field wearing the 16 jersey. He was involved in that last tackle. Aaron Mitchell, a local boy, he's also in the game wearing 18. And CC Mahoney, the big man, 6'8", 295 pounds. He moves into the engine room wearing number 19. So a good day's work for Patty Ryan. Man on the field. I think that's our try score. Slavanaka Tutusevau. Referee said play on. San Diego playing a man short.
Crouch. 38 points to 10 here in favor of the home team. It's a beautiful night in a beautiful place. We're here at Torero Stadium, the University of San Diego in San Diego, and it's a penalty. So the Legion just piling on the pressure.
If you're an elite player right now, I mean, it really sucks if you're in that scrum. You're getting penalty, you're going backwards, you're getting crushed in the scrum. Very demoralizing. Plus, you're also allowing the San Diego Legion team to kick it down deep again. and get back in that line-out territory where they've been so efficient. 7 meters out, we've got another change coming out. Looks like Ty Nelson wearing the 22 jersey coming up for San Diego. Who's going to come out though? That looks like the winger is going to come out. Try score early on. Let's see. How's he going to stay in? Joe Peterson's coming out. He's going to get a good hand from the crowd and his teammates. Once again, the maestro. Very appreciative.
And it's the younger brother of the loose head prop. It's Capelli to throw it in. Nice first touch for him in the second half. Now he finds himself at the back of the driving maul. Thought that 5 meter line might have been the try line with a close-up shot. They still have 5 meters to go. Now perched on that 5 meter line. Pifaletti with his third touch. After 30 seconds, looking strong, plenty of support coming in from behind. That's Mahoney. Couple of meters from the line now. The Legion, they'll just pick and drive and charge their way over. See those elite players coming in, crouching low, doing their absolute best, and they've nullified that attack. Good play by the elite.
Yeah, good defense by the elite. I think it was Vermalua tried to pick that ball up, knock that ball on, but the elite were ready for him. That's a good goal line stand. Still have some fight left. This Austin team again looking for their first win. They've had a couple of close ones there. You see the little knock right there by Vermalua. Have to handle that cleanly. Good call by the referee in close quarters. But again, the pressure is still on Austin, and it's scrum time. And you can hear Nate Augsburger, your big scrum boys. And if you're a forward, this is what you dream about. You know, you got the team going backwards in the scrum, and you just want to put everything into the scrum.
The Elite certainly up against it here on their 5 meter line. There is still plenty of time left in this match, Brian, and the Elite, while they just want to try and throw caution to the wind and score points any way they can, it's still an opportunity just to practice their set plays, get back into the game. Even though the game is racing away, they still have more games in this season. Better to try and get some confidence, play their pattern, play some territory. They need to get out of here and prevent a blowout as they've won the ball at the back. That's Larson still going. That's what they need to get out of the danger zone. Coming forward, Torrealba. Still plenty of players with plenty of fight for this elite team, wanting to get their hands on the ball. That's a good sign.
Pull him out, pull him out, pull him out.
Might have been held up. Gets his way to ground and lays it back. It's a high ball. They won't contest that. Teo have no problem taking this. Little bunny rabbit step into the defense. They may have turned it over, and they have. Oh, it spits out the other way, so it's actually knocked on, but it's play on. Mathias kicks over the top. It doesn't actually go over the top, goes straight to the hands of Silva. And he's called the mark, Silva. Clever play. And plays quickly. An advantage, so not 10. They'll get another penalty. They'll slow it down and perhaps use this opportunity to kick and get themselves into a better field position.
Exactly the same warning for the white team.
Is it
on
high?
The first time. No, it's not high. It's not at 10. Next time a player not at 10, he make a tackle. Yeah. That will be
whoever
on
it
your
is.
part. Okay.
Just get clarification from the referee. Not 10 was the San Diego Legion on that short arm penalty kick. Originally called on Dylan Audsley, I think, for offside.
Villaseca stepping up.
That was a much better scrum down deep, and the key was the ball got in and out so quickly that it didn't give the Legion a chance to grind them down because the ball went out quickly at the break. Larson did well. Travis Larson did well to get that ball in and out, and then picked up on 22 meters. It's a good passage here for the Elite.
Crochet, replacement to throw in. Does well. Boy from Canfield, Ohio. Played some sevens. 18-23 in the Tiger Academy. And now the Elite. Rucci comes in. Hits the wrong man. And finally settles with Sione Fambawia. Ball goes down and it goes forward, so just can't hang on to the ball when they need to, the Elite.
Kind of in that season for the Elite, they just can't seem to string a bunch of passages together. You see Lerone White, he's upset with himself for that knock-on. And there's White, just took his eyes off the ball slightly. Made it easy for the Legion turnover ball.
Well, Brian, you've got to give some credit. He said he took his eyes off the ball. You've got to give some credit to the defense, because I'm sure he was looking up at the likes of Sam Wuching, just ready to fold Lerone White in half.
6 was in the vicinity, you're right. It's easy from up here, we could talk about it, but we're not down the field getting lined up by number 6.
So while it may seem like Austin are making a lot of errors, a lot of handling errors, you can't discount the fact that the Legion defense is putting on that kind of pressure. Getting off the line quickly, making strong, dominant, on many occasions, 2-man, 3-man tackles. A very daunting thing to line up and wait for the ball from your scrum half.
And I like the skipper now is Nate Augsburger, the scrum half. He just heard him, come on guys, let's go, let's go. Trying to keep his team fired up. Still 22 minutes left in this game. He does not want to see any lapses by this Legion team. As a captain, you always want to see your team finish strong.
Augsburger to feed. Scrum screws. It's kicked around to the back. It'll be a penalty to the Elite.
There you go. That was better by the Elite. The initial shunt didn't go their way. Ball was being bounced around. Much better reply by the Elite. Still lots of fight left. Now you see the back come up. And Lerone White, nobody's happier than him. He is the one who had that little knock on. Ruined a passenger play, but then he got it right back with a good scrum.
Oh, that shows great mental fortitude and resilience to forget about your mistakes, move on to the next play, just take it play by play. Lerone White stepped up when he was required. And now the Elite find themselves in a try-scoring position.
And they got number 20, Rika Swart, on the field. Big ball carrier for this Austin Elite team. Dominique Bailey's also on, wearing the 16. And it looks like the Legion have made a change. Nick Boyer's come on. JP Duplessis is taking the bench.
Driving ball from the Elite now. They've proven that they can also play San Diego's game. Oh, that's a big tackle coming in on the replacement. But Shades laid it back safely. Ball comes out from Larson. Finally with Breitenbach. Now the Elite looking to get back on the board. It's been a barren 30-odd minutes for them. Still being driven back by this radical defense of the Legion. Fraser doing his best. Matthias nearly rips the ball out. Same way for the Elite. And that's Shade again. Quick ball for the Elite. Silva hit late by the looks of things. Finally the ball rests with the captain, Ben Mitchell. Silva back to his feet, into the play. Good tackle on Patik. And it's a knock on. And quick turnover now. Here comes Mikey Teo down this short side. Matthias up to the 40-meter line. The pack come running in, looking for some action. That's Piffaliti. Augsburger just slows things down at the base. We know what's coming, and there it is. Puts more length on that than height. Jaldat has plenty of time to bring that in. He is an electrifying runner. Don't want to give him too much room. Still going. Jaldat nearly gets away from Matthias. Audsley comes over, tries to pilfer. They have some numbers, a little bit of width. There's Lerone White, takes it to the line. Nice pass out, comes back inside to White. Excellent play from the big number 1 for the Elite. He lays it back. Huge line of attacking players out to the right-hand side for the Elite. That's Larson. Fakes the pass, comes back in to support. It's slow support at that So lucky to get away with that one, the Elite. And they are looking quite tired right now. Brian Visit. So that concludes the third quarter as the players will get together, have their hydration. Don't go anywhere, folks, as we'll be back shortly for the fourth quarter of the match. Tuesday night at 7 Eastern, pick up the sticks with CBS Sports Network as number 3 Loyola Maryland face off against the Georgetown Hoyas. It's college lacrosse right here on the 24-hour home of CBS. Let's go down to Kate Zachary on the sideline, who is with Pedri Vandenberg.
Coach, so Austin was the first to score at the beginning of this match, but since then the score has changed a little bit, not in Austin's favor. What's the message and how are you pumping the team up for these last 20 minutes?
I think we started off good and then we just ill-discipline, don't keep the ball, and that's costing us. It's costing us the whole season so far. And that's the message that you have to bring out to the boys, is just keeping the ball and play the game. We can't play without the ball, and that's a problem.
Good. Thank you so much. Good luck the rest of the game, the rest of the season.
You can hear the frustration in Pedri's voice. Again, they've been starting a possession. Then some of the ball they've had, as you heard Pedri, they've given it away back to this very dangerous Legion side. And you can't do that. As he said, it's been kind of that way the whole season long for this Austin Elite squad. They do have a center scrum here, midfield. Split backfield. Let's see if they can do some damage. They did better on that last scrum. Caused that penalty against San Diego. And meanwhile, San Diego's cleared their whole bench. Nick Boyer's in the lineup now, as is Kyle Rogers. Drew Gaffney also playing number 8, wearing the 20 jersey.
Big scrum from the San Diego Legion has resulted in a penalty.
I think Lerome White got pinged that one time. Yep, Lerome White bringing that scrum down. But there's so much pressure in that scrum on those front rowers. Dylan Audsley takes over the kicking duties. He's going to put it down probably inside that 22-meter line. That's the goal anyway.
There's one name we haven't said too much tonight, Dylan Audsley.
Yep.
Been rather quiet for the caliber of player that he is. Only 25, 5 caps for the US Eagles, originally from London.
Yeah, College Player of the Year a couple years ago with St. Mary's, led their team to national championships. And meanwhile, now the bench is getting cleared for Austin. Reese Zarnecki wearing the 23 jersey. Former Grand Rapids Gazelle has come in on the wing position. And it looks like Brendan Rams has also come in wearing the 18 jersey for Austin. So both teams clearing out their benches. Get some fresh legs out there, get these up-and-coming players some game time.
Comes down on the side of the Legion. It's a shame to see the fullback of Austin leaving the field, Soyel Jalda. Ignites a spark in this Austin team. It's the Legion now as Audsley takes it extremely well under pressure, takes his medicine, goes to ground. Doesn't force the pass at all. Matthias takes on 3 Austin defenders, fights his way over the advantage line. Wu Ching, again, 2-man tackle on him, but he is strong on his feet. This is what San Diego do so well, fight for their yards. Through the hands, Audsley steps off the right, beats a couple of defenders, little offload over the top, out to the flying winger. To Sal. back in the action. The Legion through the hands now of Aaron Mitchell, the replacement. Boyer to another replacement. That's in Nosa. And out to Wu-Jing.
I think they're going to call Mattias' pass forward. There's some of that sevens experience coming back. Referee Corbier, I don't know if he got a help from the side judge. We can't really see the angle from up here. But he knew he had to get rid of it quick, did Ryan Mattias. Watch this behind the back. Anosa wanted to throw it there. And there's Mattias. He could feel that pressure coming up. Boy, awfully quick pass. Wouldn't have counted anyways, which his grounding attempt slithered out of his hands. But again, good enterprising play by the San Diego Legion team. If you're Rob Hoadley, you got your whole subs, you got all 7 of your subs in now. You want to make sure there's no hesitation and no mix-up from you when you go from your starting 15 to your reserve bench. You want to keep that continuity going.
So the Elite earn themselves a full arm penalty.
Yeah, look at the scrummaging. It looked like boring, I think, was the call. Yep, driving across. It's on that front row. Tight head prop. I think that's Aaron Mitchell wearing the 18 jersey way up here.
Another good clearing kick by Andres Villaseca. So now he brings his team not quite up to the 40-meter line, so still plenty to do. Just under 15 minutes left to play here at Torero Stadium. Silva to Villaseca, now at the back to Patik, takes it on, puts the afterburners on, showing his acceleration. Patik, we need to see more of that if Austin are to get back in this game. Silva to the replacement, Naramaitoga. Up to the 40-meter line of San Diego, looking to go down the short side. They may have more numbers. Bouncing off Audsley. There's the rampaging forward. And now through the hands, going sideways now. You can see Inosa lining that one up from his left wing. Playing quickly, nearly getting through was Romero. Quick play, that's better. From the Texans. Silva beats one tackle, stays in the safety of the field of play. It's well done by the Uruguayan. He's been heavily involved in the number 10 position. Looking quite tight on his feet, and the big man, Naramaitoga from Fiji, getting his team well up over the advantage line. Maintaining ball well is the Elite, and this is what they can do. Quickly taken, little ball to Mitchell, and then to Naramaitoga. Same way for the Elite. Through the hands, oh, it's just pulled down, and it was a knock-on as well. Saneki. Well. They put a multitude of faces together, Brian Visit, and look where it got them, only to knock that ball on with the try line begging.
By far, I think their best passage of the evening. 6 or 7, maybe 8 or 9 times they've recycled that possession. And that's been one of the things that we're lacking with this Elite team. And then Zarnecki just couldn't handle this ball. He was looking at the defense, looking where the hole was, and just didn't bring that ball in. And off, there's Ligatai Inosa, still can lay the lumber, the little man. Echeverria was looking one way, Inosa was coming from the other. And if you watch the San Diego defense, I mean, they have so much trust in one another to make that tackle. They can leave it one-on-one where you don't have guys committing because you have faith. You have faith. And one of the guys who's been all over the place is Saul Muchin. I mean, he's scored tries, he's put in the big hits. Look at this, is an unbelievable play right here. Big tackle, destroys this ruck, creates a knock-on, another scoring opportunity for this San Diego Legion team. Then the great line of running right there, the determination to ground that ball, scores another try for this Legion squad. Yeah, good game by Saul Muchin. And again, I think you got to give the credit to the San Diego Legion forward pack. forward pack has been playing outstanding for San Diego.
Number 6, red.
So the Legion through Boyer. Comes back now for the Elite. Wide pass out to Puttick, puts it on the right foot. Brought down nicely, but gets an offload away. You see this San Diego defense just spreading, pushing up, stopping this Elite team in their tracks. Rika Swat taking us forward that time. The captain Mitchell wisely takes it into the defense and down, puts it back. Ball goes forward, so they've lost it again at breakdown time. It's a penalty. You could see the appeals coming in from the Austin players, and Silva wasting no time. Dummies slips. And it looks like it'll be another, no, it'll be a knock on.
So Austin Elite take that quick tap penalty, trying to draw a penalty for not being 10 back. The referee wasn't falling for it, and they were fortunate. They lose this ball in the tackle, but San Diego knocked on as well. And the referee's going to play the knock on to San Diego, so it's going to be the Elite put in. You see big CC Mahoney back here wearing the 19 jersey. I've been watching him. If you want to talk about getting off the floor in a hurry after a tackle, keep your eye on 19. He has been outstanding. 295 pounds, folks, 6'8". And watch how this man gets up off the floor. He's been very impressive.
Two big number 19s out there at the moment. CC Mahoney, only 21 years of age. He's already played twice for the Eagles. Kelly Naramatoga for the Austin Elite. Equally large. He's had some rugby out in Australia. Sunnybank Club in Queensland. He's played in Japan. He's played for the Dallas Harlequins. He's on loan from the Utah Warriors. As now the Elite just stab it to the corner. Not sure about that option, Brian.
Yeah, giving away possession. They haven't had enough to do that with, and they're trailing by 28. I think the idea was there, maybe the execution wasn't. Trying to get that streaking winger to gather that ball on the floor. Fanguia just didn't work out for him. Now the Legion with an opportunity. Disappointed coaching box for the Elite. Yeah, I think they got to be a little disappointed with their effort tonight, because they had a couple of close games with, they almost beat NOLA. They took them to the death, and again, a spirited effort against New York last time out, but this time not to be.
And this could be a try for the Elite, should they hold on. Got some space out to the left, but they elect to go tight, and it's a try to the big number 19 by Kelly Naramatoga. Charging over for the Elite. We've said this before, Brian, they still have plenty of fight left in them. Proven this time and time again. Late in the game, they still refuse to give up.
Yeah, that was one of those big number 19s you're talking about. You just came to the Elite this week. Guys don't even really know how good a player he is. He played against them for Utah earlier this season. They call him Big Mike. And Big Mike just thundered in for just the second try for Austin Elite. But again, it shows the fight left in this Austin unit.
Let's not forget, Brian, you mentioned before, but the psychological advantage San Diego already had going into this match, already beating Austin. Austin's home ground, 45 points to 17.
Yeah, they've equaled their. There's the. See, it was an errant. That was the first lineout miscue, I think, by the Legion tonight, and it led to this try. But it's good to see the Elite finally find pay dirt once again. The big man just goes through 3 or 4 Legion players able to ground that ball. So good effort by the Austin Elite. There's the try score.
That's the part of the field you want a big man like that to have the ball in his possession. Absolutely no stopping him from there. Mitchell goes high. Doesn't take it on the first attempt. It brings it in eventually on the ground. Ball comes through the hands. Echeverria. Peels of knock-on from the San Diego players. The try scorer finally knocks it on, and here come the Legion. The quick turnovers, they're so good at exploiting those. Wooching, how did they pull that ball in the tackle, and they're still going, the Legion. Wonderful play. Wooching again wants more action. He's been outstanding tonight. Nosa sending it to Pifoletti. Quick play. That's Mahoney. Boyer looking for support. Oh, he's lost it forward, so just flung to ground. Didn't quite have the ball secure.
And you could saw what Nick Boyer had in mind. He was looking for some support runners right off his hip, but he lost that ball as he went to floor, knocked that ball on. But Sam Wooching, we talked about him, his offense, his defense. How about this cake right here? Vermalou gets the ball to him, but there's an elite player right there, able to drag that ball back in, able to get it back to Nick Boyer, keep the movement going for this San Diego Legion team. Really impressed with the way Sam Wooching has played. He got his first start about 3 or 4 weeks ago at the flank, and he's been just a superb player ever since then.
Well, you see, it might seem like just a small thing, Brian, but Wooching, after that effort of keeping the ball in play, he was flung to ground, and just moments later, back to his feet, back in the field of play, in the attacking line, and he received the ball again to have another attacking effort to take his team forward. That's the mark of a good player.
And we've seen that a few times from these Legion players tonight. There's been a little bit of a lapse since the reserve bench has been utilized, and I think that's something Rob Hoadley probably will be touching on in training this week. They do not want to have any let-ups when the starters leave the field. They can put the pressure right back on. Looking for their 7th try. They're tied their mark for season try with 6 tonight against the St. Austin team, looking for number 7.
The elite now into that left-hand side, flank cross, can't quite be pulled in. Some panic play now by the visitors. Quick play by the Legion, and why wouldn't it be? Matias just offloading to Rogers, coming across, floating past to Wooching. Who else? He's well brought down by the number 11, Whaingawea. Holding on for dear life now, the Austin Elite, as Pifoletti gets his hands on the ball. 7 meters from the Elite try line. Nosa just taking his eye off the ball. A little bit too excited there.
Yeah, looking for that try, number 7. He knows it. So it's all me, folks, all me, fellas. Yeah, Pifoletti, it's good to see him running around Capelli. He was brought into the U.S. Eagle camp, and I asked Rob Hoadley, I said, "Are you surprised?" This was about about 6 or 7 games into the season. He goes, "Well, it's not much of a surprise, but we're really proud of Capelli Pifoletti getting called up by the U.S. squad. We knew he had the talent to be there. We knew he would be there, but we're just so proud of him that he got there. So a bright future for number 16 here with the San Diego Legion.
Coach! Just back to the play, Brian. We've seen quite a few handling errors by this San Diego team. Quite possibly left a few tries on the table, and that'll be a subject of concern for the coaching staff heading into this latter part of the season. They're going to need to shore that up, but they've got a penalty here and another chance to extend their lead.
Don't play fast.
Yeah, there's always areas you can improve upon. You know, as we said, things have gotten a little bit sloppy since about the 48-minute mark. That last Wooching try, it's kind of got a little bit chippy and a little bit sloppy since then.
What's your decision?
There's Nick Boyer. It's great to have a player of his quality as your backup.
Lee, it's for you. You post Lee.
Dylan Audsley going to kick it for touch here. One more deep head now. It looks like they're going to elect to go for the scrum. Good confidence in the forward pack, trying to get something off a back row move possibly. Spread his back line out wide.
I think Audsley just wanted to see what the ball felt like, Brian.
Well, let's see what the big boys can do up front. You just saw Ty Inosa talking to Dylan Audsley. Maybe they have something in the works. Inosa directly behind the scrum right now. The I formation, Rogers behind him. Very unique backline setup here. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 right behind.
See, I'm sure those players are behind, just looking at the way that the Austin team's set up. They'll attack the side that they think has the weakness as they head to the right-hand side. Boyer beats one, and he's over the line! Nick Boyer! 7th try for the Legion. 2 minutes left to play. And that was a tough ask for the elite team to stop that try there.
And it just, you know, they spread that back line out so wide, Mark. It opens up big gaps, and Nick Boyer took perfect advantage of it. A little bit slow from Gaffney, but he still put Boyer enough in the clear. And again, just a one-on-one tackle. And Boyer still a lot of work to do. He's a big scrum half. He's a good-sized scrum half to have. And there was that scrum. Gaffney did well. Another local boy here from San Diego. Boyer dots down. That's a team high, season high. 7 tries, trying to equal their high points mark. They scored 45 against the elite the first time around, looking to make it points 44 and 45 right here.
If Woodley can put this over, and he does. It's immediately a carbon copy of that round 5 defeat that Austin suffered against this Legion team. That was 45 points to 17.
Yeah, just time enough for one more possible foray here. We're at about the 79th minute. The fans here have enjoyed watching their Legion team play so beautifully for most of this match.
Comes down with the Legion. That's Teo. Wins a wild offload behind his supporting player. Maintaining possession, the Legion. Let's see if they can drive this one home. Play all the way to the final whistle. Eager to get involved was Teo. Now to Pifoletti. Almost up to the halfway. The big number 19, Mahoney. Now over the halfway. Boyer out wide to Inosa. Quick ball now. Audsley floats it over the top. Mappy has plenty of work to do. Gets away from the try line, straight into the elite defense. With wonderful support coming in, especially Audsley on that occasion. A great run by Devon Short. You see the way these Legion players just fight and fight and fight for every inch. Boyer takes on the line. Oof. It's a heavy clash on him. I think that'll measure on the Richter scale. Feel the earth shake. And that is full time here at Torero Stadium. The San Diego Legion have raced away to a 45 points to 15 victory over the elite. See these players exhausted, excited, dejected, and we're going to come back. It's 45 points to 15 at full time. Don't go anywhere as we will return just after the break.
Well done, man. Thank you, eh? Well, congrats, good one. Love you all. Take it. Cheers, mate. Great game, 7. Hey, good luck. Oh, keep them swords sharp, bro. Yeah, why not? Hey, Here we come, just us. Oh, hey, we got more, boys, we got more. Open up, open up. Boys, let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for this beautiful game of rugby that we all get to play. Thank you, Lord, for this game. No serious injuries. Bless Austin on the travels back. All the glory goes to you, Lord, and save these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thanks, Skippy. God is good. God is good. God is good. Up high, up high, up high, up high. Legion on 3, 2, 3. Legion! Boys.
Well, it's jubilant scenes here for the players and the supporters of San Diego as they have taken this match 45 points to 15 over the Austin Elite. And that wraps up round 11 of the Major League Rugby season. 4 games this weekend, but what does this match mean tonight? Not much has changed, apart from the fact that San Diego now are knocking on the door of the top 4. 1 point out of the top 4 after a maximum points win. Plenty of standout performances today, but one in particular goes to the number 6, Sam Wuching of San Diego.
Sam Wuching was a one-man missile out there. You mentioned he destroys this rucker after he makes that blistering tackle, forces that knock-on. And he was also on the offensive as well. Had a lot of great handles, great line of running, determination to dot down, get the San Diego team rolling in the second half, and he was all over the place. Outstanding effort by Sam Wuching. And there's the man himself right there. And they do a great job getting the young kids involved here. Fantastic game, Sam.
Thanks very much, folks. For Brian Vizard and Kate Zachary, I'm Mark Stabina. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. We'll send you now to We Need to Talk after these messages.